Right, we're back with another one. Today we'll be dealing with the trial balance. Alright, so the first thing that we are supposed to know is our accounting cycle. We've got a transaction, which is the first part of the accounting cycle. You've got source documents, subsidiary journals, general ledger, you've got a trial balance, then you've got financial statements. So as a service business, since we're dealing with service businesses, let's say you go to Legends Barber, for example, and you cut your hair there, or you go to Truth and Love Hair Salon, you make do a hairstyle there. You're gonna pay for the hairstyle, and then they'll issue you with a receipt if they're really sophisticated as a business. That receipt becomes a source document to the business. They issue the original, they keep the duplicate. Thereafter, the accountant of the business enters the information on the receipt into the cash receipts journal, which is part of the subsidiary journals. Okay, you've got a cash receipts journal, you've got a cash payments journal. When the accountant is making payments, the proof of payment that they've made becomes their source document, or the information on their bank statement becomes the source document, and they use that information to enter it into the cash payments journal for any payments. Thereafter, the summary of all the amounts in the cash receipts journal and the cash payments journal is entered into the general ledger, and then the information from the general ledger goes to the trial balance. Alright, in that trial balance, or this trial balance, it tells us whether we've entered our information correctly. All our debits and all our credits must be equal, because if they're not equal, that means we have made an error in entering our transactions. Then lastly, we've got financial statements. We don't do financial statements in grade 8, but in higher grades you'll do it. So for example, if I am a service business, or if I'm a business and my business trades publicly, trades on the JSE, Johannesburg Stock Exchange, for example, African Rainbow Capital, it has to publish its financial statements on a yearly basis. Every single financial period, reporting period, at the end of that reporting period, accounting period, which is the same as reporting period, they have to publish the financial statements. So you'll be able to see how they're doing as a business, how much they're selling in revenue, how much debt they have, how many assets they have, how valuable is the company. So you can have a look at a couple of businesses that trade on the JSE to see financial statements, but what we're dealing with now is our trial balance. This is grade 8. So let's look at what a trial balance is. So according to page 44, this is provided by the government. A trial balance is prepared at the end of each month to ensure that certain errors have not been made when recording transactions of a business. Okay, so my simple definition of a trial balance would be that after you're done preparing the general ledger, every single thing in the general ledger is summarized, or the balances of the general ledger are summarized in your trial balance. Okay, and continues here. It says the totals or balances of each ledger account are listed, showing debit balances in the debit column, credit balances in the credit column. The two columns are totaled and compared, they should be equal. Alright, so I want to show you an example of a trial balance. It's on page 58, and this is a trial balance. This is a trial balance of Modern Hair Salon on the 30th of November 2021. As you can see, it is a balance sheet section. It is a nominal account section, so there are accounts that are going to be entered under the balance sheet section and accounts that are going to be entered under the nominal account section. Then I've got a folio column. This folio column, it represents my reference. Okay, so the reference of accounts. Where am I getting the information that I'm entering into the balance sheet section? Where am I getting the information that I'm entering into the nominal account section? Then I've got a debit column, I've got a credit column. So once I've entered all my amounts here in this balance sheet and nominal account section, they should be giving me a total here on my debit side and a total here on my credit side, and this totals should be equal. And if they're equal, that means my top balance balances and everything is a-okay. Okay, I want us to go to our back to our top balance, and then this second paragraph says if the debit side and credit totals, debit and credit totals are not equal, then there's an error that has been made. So the error may be adding the top balance columns. Someone might, or the accountant might not have added the top balance columns correctly, copying balances from the general ledger. Maybe you did not copy the balances correctly into your top balance. Calculating the ledger balances, maybe the error happened there. Posting to the ledger, so from your subsidiary journals, cash receipts journal, cash payments journal, you have not posted correctly. That might have been the error. Right, then journalizing the transactions could be another error. And then once the error has been found, obviously we need to correct it. You do corrections, I think, in grade 9, grade 10, definitely grade 10. So in higher grades you'll be doing corrections if your top balance does not balance.